What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbin, and we are officially done with spring training. Spring training is in the books. We are 1 day away from opening day. Hopefully, the Red Sox are supposed to take on the Yankees in the Bronx tomorrow. The weather not looking great, so don't be surprised if opening day actually ends up being Friday. But either way, I am beyond excited to have opening day regular season baseball this week. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is wrap up spring training for you guys, give you guys all the news and all the headlines that happened this last week so that you guys are fully caught up and ready to go for this Red Sox World Series run that they're about to go on. We've got news about Sale, we've got news about Story, we got news about Devers, JBJ. Basically, everybody's got a storyline this week, so we got a lot to cover. But before I get into that, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure that you guys have hit that like button as well. We are only about 150 subscribers away from 1,000 total subscribers. So if you enjoy Red Sox content, you love Red Sox baseball, this is the channel for you. Hit that button. Also, I'm thinking about starting to live stream one of the games. I can't legally live stream the actual game, but I want to hang out with you guys and watch the game together. So maybe we could do that virtually. Let me know what your thoughts on that are down below as well. And as always, thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Let's get into it. I want to get the bad news out of the way first, so we're going to start with that. Chris Sale has officially been named to the 60-day IL, which means we most likely will not see Chris Sale pitching for the Red Sox until June at the earliest. So that kind of puts him in the same camp as Paxton. They're both going to come back in June, which kind of left our pitching rotation in a bit of disarray. At the beginning of spring training, it was announced, and it seemed like throughout the entirety of spring training, Cora hadn't really been able to figure out who the core 5 starters are going to be. It seems like they've figured it out, and I'm honestly not super upset or worried about this rotation. I know a lot of guys are, and a lot of people are, a lot of fans are, but personally, I'm not super concerned with how well we're going to pitch this year. We've got Eovaldi in the 1 spot, who a lot of people forget was 4th in Cy Young last year. He had a great year last year. He had a good year the year before. So I'm not super concerned with how well Eovaldi's going to do. He's our ace, and he's going to perform like an ace, in my opinion. Pivetta, if we get postseason or late season Pivetta next year for even 2/3 of the games, and then we get regular Pivetta for 1/3, that's going to be a pretty good 2-hole pitcher as well. He's shown signs that he is still that guy that we saw in the postseason during spring training. And so I'm not super concerned with Pivetta in that 2 spot. Houck in the 3 spot has had control issues this spring training, but overall in his career he's had control issues, and in spring training specifically with his control issues, he hasn't let up a ton of runs because he's been putting guys on base. So in my opinion, if he can continue that, and I honestly think he won't have as bad of control issues going into the year. I think he knew he was fighting for a spot in that rotation, and that can get in a guy's head. Now that he's got a certain spot in the rotation, he didn't last year, and that's why he was a little bit shaky in my opinion. So I think that Houck is going to have a great year this year. So him in the 3-hole, again, not a concern. My only concerns are with Wacha and Hill, and mostly because we don't really know what we're going to get out of those guys. We know what they can do, but whether or not they will do it is a different question. Even if only one of those guys performs the way we need him to perform, that is 4 solid starters and a 5th guy that can eat innings. At the very worst case scenario, I see this rotation bandaged up until Paxton and Sale get back and we can climb our way back in the standings. At the worst case scenario. Best case scenario is these guys take over and they do really well, and when Sale and Paxton come back, it's a great added boost to our rotation, but it's not something that we desperately needed. Let me know in the comment section down below how you're feeling about this pitching staff, about the news of Chris Sale, about everything related to starting pitching, because there's definitely a wide range of opinions out there. So let me know what yours is down below. Let's move on to some of last week's spring training highlights. Let's start off the spring training highlights for this week with Rafael Devers, who is on a mission to destroy every single baseball in the United States. He hit another home run this week, and he's officially leading spring training in home runs. This guy's poised to have a breakout year, if that's even possible for Rafael Devers to have a bigger year than he did last year. I think it is. I think Rafael Devers' entire career is leading up to this year. I think this is going to be his biggest year yet. I would even go as far to say that he's in the running to be the AL MVP. He's at least an early favorite. I love what he's doing at the plate, and I cannot wait to watch this guy hit dingers all year for the Red Sox. I'm going to say this every single time we talk about Rafael Devers this season, which is probably going to be a lot considering he's going to be one of the best hitters in baseball. Why is he not extended yet? Walk into that room, give this guy a blank check, say, hey, write down your amount, tell us how many years you want to play here, and get back out onto that field and hit 40 bombs. That should be the conversation. I don't understand why the Red Sox are taking so long to even try and extend him. Are they trying to save money and see if they can get another year of arbitration out of him? If so, that is a ridiculous way to play this. And if we lose this guy, it will be an absolute travesty on Heimblum's career. And speaking of hitting bombs, Jackie Bradley Jr. has actually been surprisingly good at the plate this year. And I don't mean good by a league-leading good or anything crazy like that, but he's been hitting the ball. He's been hitting the ball hard. He hit another home run this week. And if Jackie Bradley Jr. can carry this into the regular season at a rate of 230, 240 batting average with a little bit of pop in his bat during at-bats, this could be genuinely the best offensive lineup in baseball. Jackie Bradley Jr. was a gigantic hole and question mark going into this season, and if he can hit above 200, I think a lot of people are going to be proven wrong, and I also think a lot of people are going to love Jackie Bradley again, and he's going to be a great addition to this lineup. But again, this is spring training, so you got to take it with a grain of salt. Whether or not he can carry this into the regular season, a different question. And I want to wrap up this week's highlights with the highlights of Trevor Story defensively. We all know what he can do at the plate, but I think there were a couple of people who were concerned with the fact that Trevor Story was playing out of position over there at second base for the first time in his career in the majors. He did play in the minors, so it's not like a new position or anything for him, but there were some people who were concerned with the fact that he was playing out of position. These highlights should put your mind at ease. Not only was he great defensively over there at second base, but he ran across the diamond to make a play that was basically a shortstop's ball. And in my opinion, he's actually going to make Xander Bogaerts look a lot better this year because of his range and the fact that he can get to balls that Xander might not be able to get to. Either way, he's going to be a fantastic improvement on our defense and a fantastic improvement on our offense. I cannot wait again to watch this guy work during the regular season. At this point, the Red Sox are firing on all cylinders. They look and feel like a World Series contending team, in my opinion, and I am just wildly excited to get this season started. Again, let me know in the comments down below what you think of the live streams. Let me know what you think of all of the things that we covered in this video. Why do you think the Red Sox haven't extended Devers? Do you think JBJ will be a decent hitter for the Red Sox this year? And do you think Trevor Story is going to fit second base well? Let me know all your thoughts on that and anything you want to talk about down below. I love talking to you guys about the Sox. As always, if you've made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you guys have hit that subscribe button. Like I said, we are only about 150 subscribers away from 1,000 total subscribers, and we're trying to hit that by the end of April. So if you made it to the end of this video, do me a favor, make sure you've done that. Also, make sure if you've made it to the end to hit that like button as well, as it helps out the video a ton. You clearly like the content, so you might as well show it. Thank you all very much for clicking on this one. Cannot wait to see you guys after opening day. Go Sox, and I will see you in the next one.